our exams are around the corner. In a few weeks, we'll start writing our exams. Know how many days that is remaining before the first exam. Then write down all the courses and the topics you read each day in each course. Have a God factor. God helps, God saves, God delivers. I believe He'll do it for you.
Yeah.
And He also did it for me and for us. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is Chimamanda, and in this video we're going to be doing something really educative and interesting. We'll talk about school, studying techniques, how to schedule your study when your exam is near, and we're also going to have a question and answer section with my sister. She's going to be asking me a question about school, studying, and all of that. So it will be best for you to watch the video to the end, subscribe, so that you'll be the first to get a notification when we upload new videos, interesting and educative ones like this. Without further ado, let's get started. So I'm a student of food science and technology in University of Nigeria, Nsukka, and our exams are around the corner. In a few weeks, we'll start writing our exams. Some people will start next week, but my own will start in a few weeks to come. When your exam is coming near, you really have to schedule your study. You really have to have a plan in order to cover all the courses and all the topics you have to cover. You will not just be reading it randomly. You have to schedule your study. So right now, I'm going to be telling you how to do that, how I'm doing that, because I just started this morning to do it not long ago. So, and I'll also tell you how to study effectively, the way that works for me, and in general about school and all of that. So do you have anything to say before continue?
Yeah, okay. I haven't even introduced myself. My name is Blessing and I'm a sister, as you already know. So me, I'm a student of Award International Secondary School. I'm an SS1 student. So what I want to say is that this is a very important matter to talk about, because many students really find it difficult. How do I schedule myself? How do I plan myself for this upcoming exam? How do I plan to balance with everything and to come out with a great result? So I see this video as a very important one, and I look forward to what you have to say.
Yeah, thank you very much. This semester I'm doing 9 courses, and in this book I've just started writing the topics I have for each course, and I've already written down my exam timetable, the updated one. So I've written them down. I'm going to show you in the screen, and I've also written down the topics to my courses, and I've written like 5 of them. Very soon I'm going to distribute them to the days before the day I'll start my exam. I have to read every day before the day of my first exam. So my first exam is by 151, which is starting 28th of May, and today is the 11th of May. So I have to share the topics to all the days before 28th of May. So this brings us to the first step. You have to write down all the courses you're doing, write down all the timetable. If your timetable have already come out, you write the timetable down to see the days, the time, the courses you are going to have each day. Write down all the courses you're doing and the topics under these courses. So after doing that, the next thing to do is to know how many days that is remaining before the first exam, and then write down all the courses and the topics you read each day in each course. I don't know if you understand. I hope you understand.
Yeah,
so this will be very helpful for you to read every day and also maximize your time. Active recall, the Pomodoro method, and there are other methods of studying. So the active recall is if you finish reading, you close your eyes, or maybe when you're doing other things, you try to remember what you read. I think that will help to stick to your brain. If you read something, maybe when you're washing plates, you're washing clothes, you're doing other things, you just try to recall what you've already done. That's what we call active recall. So the next one is the Pomodoro method. The Pomodoro technique is when you read for about 15 minutes, you rest for 10 minutes. So you just so that you will not get too overwhelmed or you will not get very tired when reading. You read for 20 minutes, you rest for 10 minutes. Please don't read for 10 minutes and rest for 15 minutes. So it's not going to help you. Now when you read for about 20 minutes, you rest for 10 minutes or 5 minutes. It will help you to, help you to be able to carry everything you read. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
coming back to the scheduling of your study, you have to you have to do it effectively, the way it will work out, the way it will be, the way it will work for you. Everybody has what work for them. So let me say you have 10 days to your exam and you are doing 9 courses. That means it's only one course each day plus 1 day for revision. So you have to start early to study. Some people try to read everything a night before the exam. That will not be helpful at all. Wow. I don't see how that is possible to cover everything in a semester. I saw a short comedy clip where someone said the author writes a book for 3 months. An author writes a book for 3 years. The lecturer explains it with 3 months, and you want to read it with 1 night. How? A textbook? No, that's not possible. So if you do that, it's almost not possible. You have to start early to plan your study. You have to schedule your study before the day of your exam. So right now, today is 11th, and I have my exams on 30th of May. No, first one is on 28th of May. So now, let me calculate how many days I have. I have 17 days, 2 weeks and 3 days. So I'm not done the scheduling. I'm going to do it today. So I'll write down the days from 12th or from today itself, but I think I'll start from tomorrow. I'll start from 12th to 27th of May. Then I now write all the courses, and I'll just be writing it. Don't write only the one you have the first day. Write all the courses you're doing. Then you now place them depending on the way your exam will come. If you have biology first, don't really start with biology. Maybe in the center of the scheduling, you start writing the one, so it can still be fresh in your memory when you're reading. So you start from the ones that are at the back, and then be writing. You can also mix them. Then when you finish writing all the courses, maybe 2 courses each day, which is actually very nice. 2 courses each day. Then now write a topic you read for that day. 1 topic if you can do that, or 2. So you now write the topics down till the day before your exam. So the day before the first exam, you do an intensive revision for what you have the next day. So what do you have to say so far?
That was really, really educative. Yeah. I really got enlightened, because most times students make this mistake. Reading for an exam the night before is very, very bad, because it makes you resolve to cramming, because there's nothing else you can do. You can't get it stuck to your memory. Just 1 night and you have a lot to cover, a whole lot. So you just say that you cram, and then after cramming, you go to the exam hall, you write, and then you forget.
You might forget.
So you might even forget in the exam hall. So that's the danger about taking that cramming method. So I really got enlightened, because I can't lie, I've been a victim to that before. So I learned now how to schedule, how to place my subjects, how to prepare for an exam, even long before the exam. So yeah, that was really helpful.
And some people don't like to read, like if they don't have test exam.
Yeah,
it's not good, please. It's not good. Maybe she's still in secondary school. Maybe when she comes to university, she's supposed to start now to even learn it, so that it will be part of her. Because when you wait for maybe 1 week to the exam, you get overwhelmed the night before the exam. You say, see what I've not read. So well, if you start 2 weeks before themselves, anytime you come back from school, you go through what your teacher taught you for that day. That's my plan. That's my strategy for next semester. Any day I come back, I will try to revise what we taught that day. I didn't really do it much this semester, but I've learned some things from this semester. So anytime you come back, start from the beginning. Our GS lecturer told us that we have to start from the beginning of the semester to read, for you to make really nice grades. I don't see a student that when he or she comes back from lecture every single day, goes through what the lecturer teaches them and even reads more. You can't tell me that person, like there's nothing stopping that person to get a good grade. I don't see anything that will stop you. Whenever you come back, you go through what a lecturer taught you and even read more, you make good grades.
Now in secondary school, in a day, you have about 11 lessons on 11 different subjects. So how do I actually cover 11 subjects that night with other household chores and everything? It's really overwhelming.
Okay, what I have to say to that is that it's not a must you cover all of them. Even if it's 3, they will not teach you like 5 pages or 10 pages of notes each day. You just go through it, even if you not read more, but just go through the one that you've been taught. So, and the next day, maybe it's not like studying different subjects, exactly different subjects every day. Maybe you have similar ones to that tomorrow. You just go through it. So right now, I want to talk about studying in general. Some people don't like studying. If you're in school, you really have to study. Sometimes it's not easy. It's not like
It's really
bread and
not.
butter to
It's
study.
really
It's
not.
something you have to like work hard for and just push yourself. Even when you're tired, you have to stand up, have to go and read. So it's not something easy. I was talking to one of my classmates before. He was telling me that he doesn't like to read. If you don't like to read, I don't see why you're in university. Some people don't like to read, but like they'll just have to cultivate the habit of reading to like learn it and make it be a part of you. So please, if you don't like reading, please, there's nothing you can do. You cannot run away from it unless you don't want to pass. Maybe she doesn't like reading. Please, you have to learn how to like to read. Me, it's not like I don't like to read, but I know that that's what I have to do.
She loves reading.
That's what I have to do for me to get good grades, for me to pass. So please, if you don't like studying, please learn how to do it. It will not kill you. It will not make you sick. Even if it makes you sick, make it a part of you, and you will not get sick next time. So right now, I want to talk about school and everything that happens in it. So everything that will help someone in school is God's grace, prayer, and hard work. If you don't work hard, I don't see how you get a good grade though. You have to work hard, you have to pray, you have to have a God factor in your schooling and everything in your life in general. So you just have to always be consistent to study, have something that pushes you to read, have a motivation, something that even if you say you don't want to read, you now remember that and say, hey, I have to do this so for me to make mommy proud, for me to make daddy proud, for me to make anybody that that's looking up to you for a good grade or for a good result. So that's it. So right now she's going to be asking me any question she has about anything.
Okay, my first question would be, most times you don't just feel like reading, like you don't feel like reading, but you really have to read. So my question is, how do you push yourself? How do you push yourself to start reading early? Because the problem most of us have is thinking that exam is still very far. Me and people like me, what are we going to do? For real, what are we going to do to learn how to start reading early, even when you think it's not necessary, when you think you don't have the strength, when you think you just want to relax? What are you going to do to push yourself to read? Because it's really difficult and it's one thing I really need to ask.
Okay, that's why I said you have to have the motivation. Some people have the motivation of, I really have to make a first class, I really have to get first position, I really have to get an A. Someone have already promised them for something. If you get first in position in your class, I'm going to get you something. Or if you get first class in this university, I'm going to get you something, or I'm going to do something for you. So number one is to have a motivation. Me, it's not every time I have the strength to read, or maybe I'm not in the right state of mind to read, but some other times I know I have to read. You think that my exam is on 28th and today is 11th, and I don't want to have the thought that is still far. I don't want to have that, because if I have that thought, I'm going to relax. So even if I have the thought, just go out of my mind. I don't want to have that thought. So do you get? So you have to have a motivation, something that will push you. It's not every time, but you don't have to relax too much. Even if you have to read every day. Something I learned is that you have to read every day, even if it's 1 hour, 2 hours. You have to learn something new from your study, or from especially your study every day. So if there's 7 days in a week, you have to read 5 days.
Wow.
4 to 5 days. So if you have a plan and you have a schedule and you have a motivation, it will push you to read. Sometimes if you don't feel very good, you have to like pray and beg God to help you, to give you strength. But if you start reading, you see that it's that flow, If you pray before you read, it's good to pray before you read, for God to give you an understanding, retentive memory, and help you to like comprehend what you're reading. So the question she asks is, how will you push yourself? You have to push yourself. Stand up from that bed, take out that novel, off that phone, get up from that bed, come out from your slumber, go and read. Go and read. It's not about your parents pay your school fees finish, you come back with bad results because you don't read. It's something different that some people read and they don't understand. They need God's help, and I believe that God will help people like that are working hard, but they're not understanding. They'll still make bad grades. So I just pray for you that God will help you to be able to understand. You also have to pray before you read, and put your whole mind on what you're reading. Sometimes when you're even reading, your mind will just go. different places, you have to call your mind back because you know what your dream is and what you want to achieve. So what's the next question?
No. So my next question is, as a business owner or as a family person and you are a student, how do you balance reading every day or reading consistently with your business and your family and chores and all of that? So how do you do that?
A perfect answer to that is, having a plan, a timetable, something that you can achieve, something that's achievable, something that's effective. For me, I don't have a family yet, so I cannot really talk about that. But for business, I'm a business owner. I own a cake brand. So if you're in Enugu, I want to advertise. If you're in Enugu or Soka UNN or its environs, I make really nice cakes, yummy cakes. You can attest to that. So if you want to place an order, with the number on your screen. So what I want to talk about is how I manage business to school is overwhelming. There was a time from morning I went to school, I came back, I decorated the cake, I went to deliver, I came back, and like from morning to evening. So other times I check my schedule. If I cannot take the order, I'll leave it. So that's how I just try to put it together. The ones I can do, I'll do it. The ones I cannot do, but sometimes it affects more. But I have a way of telling my classmates to help me and snap because sometimes I'll get really tired, I cannot go again, but I have to minimize that so it will not be happening like that. The one I can do comfortably, I'll do it. But business. But just have a plan, have a schedule, check your schedule before you can get an order. So for a family, you have to, it's not very easy. It cannot be very easy. So you have to just know what you are doing, have a plan, have a schedule, a timetable, and you just know what works for you and follow it. And I believe God will help everyone.
Okay.
Amen.
So my next question is, what if you're a student? Okay, as a student, and you're finding it really rough with life. You don't have enough materials to read, and like life is not just favoring you, and you really have a vision of becoming something in life, but you don't have enough materials and you don't have people to help you. What's your advice for such a student?
That's really hard, very, very hard. The country is hard. It's not everybody that's privileged, but my answer to this question is God's grace. Pray, God will help you. But in general, if unless you're going to like a government school where things like that are provided, but if you're able to afford school fees, I believe you'll be able to afford the things for the school, to go to school. But if you don't have enough material or maybe textbooks, it's best to like borrow from your classmates or anybody that has it. Borrow it and return it in good condition. So if you're all smart but you don't have the things to read, have to pray, work hard. God will, one way or the other, help you or bring someone that will help you. And university is really tough. If you see the books you are buying, if you see the things you are paying for, pay for this one, buy for this one, it's not easy. But if you just want to come to school, just you have to have something financially that will help you, because if not, you'll be stranded. So I believe that God comes to the rescue of people that are stranded genuinely.
Amen.
God provides one way or the other. He'll just do it. You'll be surprised. So just have trust, faith, and you're hoping Him. That's it.
Wow. Okay, that was really good. I didn't expect an answer like that. So my next question will be, as a student and you are really being distracted by the vanities of life and other people, your course-mates, your classmates are trying to deceive you, are trying to make you to become one of them, and it's really disturbing you in your studies. It's really distracting you from your goal, from your plan, from your study plan, from your schedule, from everything. So what's your advice for such a student?
Cut off every distraction. If that your friend is not telling you something that is good, is not always telling you good stories, cut them off. If it's even possible not to have any friend or any friend like that, don't allow anybody to distract you. If you know your focus, don't allow anybody, be the one to even influence them. Ada, let's go read though. We have tests though. Emeka, let's go read though. Let's go read. don't allow anybody to distract you. It's really hard in this Gen Z generation, so don't allow anybody to like come between you and your God, or do anything that would distract you from your faith, or just try to like be the one to influence them. I believe that God will help you. And there are a lot of distractions. That's why secondary school people don't supposed to have phone in their secondary school. That's how we were trained. Even in the university, phone is a very big distraction. Just try and manage it. Don't allow it to overwhelm you. If it overwhelms you, you just have to know what to do immediately so that it will not take over everything. So, plus, just have good friends. If you don't see any good person, it's better to stay on your own. Especially don't stay in a place, in a circle that they talk about, they gossip, talk about bad things, bad things. Stay in a place that it will influence you positively, not negatively. Don't stay with people that will not ginger you to read. Not every time that you'll be reading, sometimes you might just play with your classmates, but when it is now exceeding the limit, you have to know where to stop. Always involve in good communication. That's a very important one.
Wow, Manda, I'm really impressed by your answers. I'm really impressed. I'm satisfied.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for answering all my questions. I think my questions are exhausting. Wow, that was really nice.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching to this point. So just in summary of what we are saying is, plan your study, plan your life, schedule your life, schedule your studies, schedule your school activities, and pray, have faith, and just work with God, and God helps people. I believe God will help you in anything you're asking him in genuinely, and you really want him to do it for you, he will do it for you. And have a good life, pray, and just in summary, have a God factor. God helps, God saves, God delivers. I believe he'll do it for you. And he also do it for me and for us. So always study. Don't get tired easily. Even when you're tired, you have to rest. Don't break out. Don't study 6 hours straight. Take breaks. Do essence, and you see things will work well for you. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you for sticking with us.
And we want you to always come back to our videos and help us grow this channel and help other people out there too. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye. Hi everyone.
Hi.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Come to my channel. If you are new, hey.